Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Life for Podcast. I am your host, Debbie Joesi Ajo. April is almost over and May is knocking on the door. How's our year been so far? For me, it's been a roller coaster. It hasn't been going as I'd wanted to, but at the same time, it's not so bad. So I guess that's a good thing. We're still on Villains Highway. I've got another story from the short story collection that I know you're going to love. But before we get into it, please rate this podcast. Give us 5 stars on any of the platforms you're listening to this on so that more people can see our podcast and also listen to it. Do not forget that this is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents are a product of my imagination and are used fictitiously. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, business establishments, or events is entirely coincidental. For today's story, the title is I Am Misery. If he really likes you, he'll give you money. I bite into my chicken breast and shove a spoon of jollof rice into my mouth. Yummy. I take a gulp of Hollandia yogurt and smack my lips at the sweet, tangy flavor. Amaka. Everything we choose starts and ends with money. Just for the record, a lot of men I've met called me a gold digger. And my childhood friend Mercy just insinuated the same thing in her statement. But you know what? I don't care. I love it. If you're a broke man or you cannot press money, clear. Yes, now, I say to Mercy, shamelessly. I'm not a charity, and neither are you. If he won't give you money willingly, use style to collect it. Mercy sighs, like she always does when I bestow on her quality and priceless advice, and says, I just like the guy. I'm not after his money. I hiss and roll my eyes at her holier-than-thou attitude. And that is exactly why you're eating zobo and puff-puff while I'm eating jollof rice and chicken. Another fact about me is that guys also call me a hungry chick, but I don't care. You have to be able to take care of my stomach before I can even consider giving you a chance. That's why I strongly believe in restaurant dates. The moment you tell me, please eat for my sake, without ordering me food or sending me money to get what I want to eat, I'm blocking your number. I don't have time to waste on incompetent and broke men. If you have money and you're not stingy, I will gladly welcome you into my life. I'm saving up for my share of the rent. You know our landlord will soon come for it. That is Mercy's lame excuse for not being able to afford good food. And she claims to have a man in her life whom she really likes and whom supposedly loves her back. Yet this man cannot spoil her, and she won't even ask him for money. What kind of nonsense is that? I can't count the number of times I've told her that love won't pay the bills. Look, I love, don't get me wrong. But most importantly, I love a man who has money and spends it on me. I also love it when my friends find themselves in relationships with rich, intentional men who spoil them silly. But Mercy keeps disappointing me, and men are always falling for her. Mercy is beautiful. Chocolate skin, light frame, slim waist, hourglass shape, big brown eyes, pointing nose, full lips, and worst of all, she's soft and sweet. Mercy is the kind of person that you instantly like as soon as you get to know her. On the other hand, I'm pudgy with eyes that seem too far apart on my face, and I'm so hairy that I have to shave my face almost every day. I look like a man. The only thing that is attractive about me is my light skin and my big behind. Men used to ogle me right from our teenage years until Mercy and I got to university. Whenever we were taking a walk, guys would whistle at her or approach us to speak to her. At first, I thought I was the one drawing their attention with my fair skin and fat ass. Until one day, a guy stopped us and I was too quick to respond to his greeting. Sorry, I'm talking to your friend, not you. He said. I should have kept quiet at that point, but I refused to believe that Mercy was overshadowing me. Me with the big bunda? Hell no. Why would you want to talk to her only? Can't you see that we're together? I stupidly and shamelessly said. The guy turned and spat at me. You, they go now. I no want to talk to you. They go. I had never felt so humiliated in my life. I turned and walked away. Mercy called me back and even ran after me, leaving the guy where he'd met us, but I'd made up my mind in those few minutes to date for money, since most guys didn't really like me anyway, and those who claimed to like me were just after my body, so I would use what I had to get what I wanted. Besides, Mercy says now, you only have money because of that married man you're dating. I feel like I just got slapped in the face by Mercy. Granted, it's the truth, but why does it hurt so much? Many of these bachelors can't afford to maintain my lifestyle, so married men are my go-to lovers. I cast Mercy a dirty look that says, if you don't shut your mouth, I'll help you shut it. Permanently. We eat the rest of our lunch in awkward silence, but my mind is busy at work. What did I do wrong? Mercy cries into my chest. He won't even pick my calls or return my messages. It's been 2 weeks now. I try to console her. Men come and go, babe. Stop crying. But Mercy just breaks into loud sobs like she didn't hear what I just said. Her body trembles in my arms, but I don't feel sorry for her. She deserves this. Remember the guy she said she really liked and wasn't after his money? Yes, that one that let her eat puff puff and zubu. Yes, the one who let her save up for rent instead of giving her the money. Well, it turned out that somehow the guy was living in America and was only in Nigeria temporarily. He had hidden this information from her for a month. When Mercy found out the truth about his foreign accent and frequent interstate flights, I was elated for her, almost as if the man was also mine. And as someone with a sweet heart, I gave her a piece of advice. You know me now. Babe, I'm so happy for you. See, this might be the only time you have with him. So I'd advise you, pack all the money you can from this guy. Who knows if he's going to dump you when he goes back to Yankee? God forbid, though, I'm not wishing you bad, but life is unpredictable. Some of these men even have families or serious relationships over there. He might just be a thrill seeker, having fun while he's in Nigeria. If I were you, I'd open 5 businesses and have him fund all so that when he leaves, you have something to show for the short time you need to spend together. You won't have any regrets. I know now you start chilling and going to all the hot spots in town. Better collect all the money you can know, so that when he leaves, you won't go back to soaking Gary. I should have known she wasn't feeling me, per usual. I should have known my advice was like acid in her ears, but I was blinded by my own golden voice. She didn't say a word, and I just kept pouring out my good heart. After being an understanding girlfriend for 1 year and 8 months, I wanted my childhood friend to enjoy life for as long as possible, even if her new man was suddenly nowhere to be found. She deserved it. Mercy mumbled excuses that I don't recall anymore, turned around and walked away briskly. I thought it was strange how she just left, but at the time I didn't give it much thought. And we didn't get to hang out often because she moved out to a new place soon after. Somehow, distance and awkwardness crept into our friendship. Whenever we met, there was this coldness that lasted a few minutes, sometimes seconds, our pleasantries lasted for. She was always eager to get on with her business, and I let her do her thing. She was still with Mr. Yankee, so I believed she was putting my advice to fruition. Mercy began to look hotter. There was this glow that radiated from her body, thanks to expensive skincare products, healthy food, and a rich tea. Then she got an iPhone. Obviously, Mr. Yankee was taking great care of her needs. But was I genuinely happy for her? I guess. Was I jealous? I can't say. Honestly though, I felt like she was rubbing it in my face. She started having more cash to spare and would invite me out, saying bills on her, but I'd find excuses not to go. I was the odd one out, the one without an iPhone. When it was the both of us, I felt differently. It didn't matter so much, but now it did. I know what you must be thinking. All those rich married men and none could buy me an iPhone. Actually, they could. My family was the weapon fashioned against me in this world. I couldn't let any man buy me an iPhone except my father, who couldn't afford it, so I stuck to my Infinix. The probing questions, deliverance from prostitution, and possible disowning were what stopped me from letting any man transport me from the world of Android to the world of iOS. So all my money went into feeding and clothing and hair and makeup and nails and lashes. Self-care. Mercy moved into her own apartment, but I couldn't find time to go and visit her. Then I found out that she was now living in the coolest and one of the most expensive neighborhoods in town. It was proof she had taken my advice to heart, but somehow the switch from basic living to top class unnerved me. I couldn't believe how Mercy's life had suddenly changed. Mr. Yankee went back to the States, but their love grew even stronger. It had me thinking if I was wrong to insinuate that the relationship would crash after his departure. Should I have been more positive? Was there anything wrong with my advice? Anyway, I was going through my own storms. My sugar daddy had cut me off because his wife found out that he was cheating. I no longer had money. I was living from hand to mouth, but I didn't want to be the pity party, so I kept my mouth closed. I didn't tell Mercy anything. Misery loves company, as I'm sure you know, and seeing Mercy always radiating love and happiness infuriated me. I was sad and struggling, and she was the complete opposite of what I was going through. So I threw a party and drugged her. All I did was feed her Canadian loud infused brownies, and she was out like a light bulb. Hold on. This is where it gets interesting. I also drugged the guy, who was in his first year in my department and had no experience in nightlife or drugs, whom I had invited to the party and put him and Mercy together in my bed. I stripped them down to their underwear when everyone else was drunk or high and had a fun time taking pictures of them. I stole Mr. Yankee's number from Mercy's phone, so after the party, I sent him a text with a number that I had bought solely for this purpose and attached the pictures of his cheating girlfriend. That was 2 weeks ago. I had feared that he would not act on it because he had not responded to my message. But here is Mercy, sobbing in my arms like a newly widowed woman. My sugar daddy has left me, and Mr. Yankee has obviously ditched Mercy too, with no closure. Misery loves company, and I am misery. Ta-da! You have come to the end of this episode. What did you think? Do you like Mercy? Do you like Amaka? Are you Mercy? Are you Amaka? Don't be ashamed. Let me know in the comments. Or have you been in a situation whereby you had to be Amaka? Or you had to be Mercy? Or do you know anyone somewhere, anywhere who has had this experience before? Let me know in the comments. Do not forget to turn on notifications, follow and subscribe because our next episode will be out in 2 weeks and you don't want to miss it. Share this episode with friends, family, loved ones, foes, whoever you think will enjoy my stories. We're open for collaborations. If you would love us to feature your song on our podcast, if you're an artist, a producer, whatever, a business person, just hit us up on Instagram or TikTok at liveflow_podcast. Or you can also message me, or the links to my social media handles can be found in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I love you. Take care and have a wonderful week ahead. I am your host, Debbie Dowesi Ajum, signing out. Bye.